Denver's offense got a lot of acclaim during their championship run this year, and rightfully so. They're number 2 offensive efficient team in the NBA all season long. But one thing that doesn't get enough attention is their defense, and specifically their defense in the NBA Finals against the Heat. The Heat came into the series only being held under 0.9 points per possession all playoffs. Against the Nuggets, in 5 games, the Nuggets held them under that in 3 games. And so let's take a look right now at what Denver did. So right here, you're going to see a little ball screen, and it's drop coverage. And Jokic plays a lot of drop coverage depending on the ball handler all series long. Let's roll it back one time here. And you see here Jokic dropping. They get an errant pass. And Murray does a nice job of holding his ground, walling up, not bailing out Vincent on the fadeaway and post up here. But again, one more time back to the original ball screen. So right here, KCP's guarding Jimmy Butler. And who they're guarding matters. If this was Vincent or Strus, Jokic can't drop as far back as he does here. He gets nailed pretty good by Bam on the screen, but then fights underneath. Jokic is able to hold his ground. Bam gets out of his role a little late. And again, ultimately leaves a good disciplined defense there by Murray, not bailing him out with a foul. All right, here's Butler on a post-up. This is early in the game. And really, this is something that, caught my attention throughout the series. Was Butler right here. He's got a one-on-one situation, and for some reason, he's got Jamal Murray on him. He's got a mismatch with size in the post, but he doesn't attack. Porter, and Denver does this well. You'll notice in a couple clips where they load up to the ball on all of Butler's post-ups. But Porter is not fully committed here, and Butler hasn't engaged him. So throwing this pass is a little bit early to me. It allows Porter to recover. He can close hard on a player like Kevin Love, who's not quick and not going to just explode past him off the bounce. Again, had Butler engaged him, I know we're looking at Denver's defense, but had Butler engaged him with one more dribble and suck him in, I think this shot gets off. But Denver does a nice job of giving the illusion maybe that he's a little closer. And now you see Porter on the closeout, and he's able to guard the shot and the dribble. Again, they do a good job with their rim coverage and their closeouts. All right, let's roll that back and see what we saw there. So you see on the penetration, right here on Butler's penetration, he drives, and Gordon does a nice job of sprinting to the closeout. Then Butler goes into his post-up. Now he's got the same situation. Now you actually do have an overload. Aaron Gordon holds his spot, and then you're going to see that X out over here where Gordon's going to chase out and take Gordon's man, and then Jokic is going to fight around this pin screen on the backside and able to get there and contest Kevin Love. So some nice rotations by Denver off of the load up on Butler's post up. Again, another drop coverage with Jokic. They're extending out on their shooters. Another ball screen. This time Jokic drops, and then he reads the contest. Let's roll it back from the beginning and take a look at this. So Murray does a good job fighting over the top. Jokic is dropping here. Murray's chasing him, forcing him into Jokic's drop. They do a good job of helping out Brown here. And that's another thing that a lot of players, Brown crowds love space. Being a quicker, smaller player, he crowds his space, doesn't allow him to get in any offensive attack. And then on this skip pass, the ball's in the air long enough to allow KCP for that closeout. Again, another ball screen, second ball screen. This time, KCP is going to fight underneath it. Jokic is going to have to come out and challenge now. Now, this is where a guy like Bam, had he crashed the glass, as he should have. When Jokic, when a bigger player comes out to contest, that player's opponent, in this case Bam, should be rolling hard for offensive glass. They have nobody on the glass. Denver did a good job here, forcing a contested three. Again, we just got a switch on a simple ball screen. Another switch on that handoff. Murray and Gordon are able to switch back off. And this is just smart basketball and knowing your opponent. And when I say smart basketball, you would think a lot of NBA teams play smart basketball, and they do. But there's also mistakes made. Right here, Jeff Green guarding Jimmy Butler, who prefers to work off the bounce and get to the rim. So he's going to gap him. He's going to gap him, as you see here, playing the drive. And then he'll just keep the ball in front and contest the three. That's just smart basketball. That's one reason Denver is allowed to have success, or able to have success against the Heat. So what do we see here? We see initial ball screen, and right here they're going to down it or ice this side ball screen. So that's Murray will get up here on the high and not allow Vincent to use the screen. Jokic is going to drop where Murray should be forcing it, which he does. They do a nice job of hedging there, forcing the pass back out. And while Jokic is not an elite interior defender, not a great shot blocker, he is big, and he does play good positional defense for the most part. So just right here, him showing big, hands high, wide base, because he shows big, Caleb Martin's going to have to alter that finish and allows Porter time to recover and block the shot here. One thing I love right out of the gate is the urgency that I see some of the Denver players playing with. Block shot. You see KCP sprinting. Christian Braun right here, he's sprinting. Jokic is getting down in the hole. There's communication happening. Braun's taking his assignment seriously. He's down his stance. He's keeping Butler in front of him. Again, another drop coverage. And I think that's why Denver, again, they'll live with this shot. Butler's a capable shooter, no doubt. But he's not going to shoot 10 of these a game where he's coming off ball screens and popping the three. So Denver plays the scout. They're going to drop coverage. Braun's going to get caught, fight for it, and contest it. I mean, this is simple but effective defense. Right here, you got to love KCP's urgency and sprinting back in transition, stopping the ball. Caleb Martin in this sense. Again, more drop coverage from Jokic. You know, they're getting and contesting all these perimeter shots. Decent look for Miami. Right here, look at KCP. He sprints back. He's in a stance. He's bothering the ball. He stunts the first initial attack. Right here, we got another drop coverage. Aaron Gordon's now guarding Murray. Jokic is dropping, protecting the rim. They're able to switch back. Gordon fights through. Now right here, you'll see Gordon guarding the ball, and Butler is a more right-hand dominant player, attacking to his right. Gordon's shading and forcing left, but he does get beat right. So if you're coaching him, that'd be a piece you'd want to force him back into the action over here near Murray. But Jimmy does a nice job getting 2 feet to the paint for the kick out, but they are able to contest. So here were a few examples just showing you how Denver was able to be effective at making Miami take tough shots and stifling some of Miami's offensive approach. This is a big reason why Denver was able to win the NBA championship.